It's like 9 o'clock on a random weekday, but I just want to hang out with you. I've been kind of in a reading slump, and then I got so busy that I didn't even have the time or energy to read. And I've seen this random generator challenge across booktube, and I think tonight is the night that we try it. Random number. How do people do it? Generator. Let's do up to 12 because I don't hate myself, but I also don't love myself right now. So 12 hours is a possibility. Wait. I didn't know if you Googled it, it would just give it to you. I thought I would have to like click a link. 10? Am I really gonna do this? It's so many hours if you think about it. We're gonna read for 10 hours. Okay. We're gonna get through this together. Let's go pick a book. The living situation is a little bit different. I don't have my bookshelves right now, but I have, oh, see, the lighting is so poor. It's 9 o'clock. Oh, no. Oh, wow. That was so boomer of me, huh? That was embarrassing. These books of my physical TBR, and then these are all the Rick Riordan books I've got right now. So this is the progress. If anyone's been wondering, it's here. What am I in the mood to read? I have Ghosts by Dolly Alderton, Bunny. Am I looking for like unhinged or am I looking for like chill? I think unhinged would really get me back into reading. Don't you agree? It'll be fun. I'm not built for this. I kind of wanted it to say 1, but I knew that I would like not be I knew I would have to like fake it and respin again. That was my genuine reaction. I didn't. It was 10. It's like we're at a sleepover, seriously. We're gonna start with Bunny by Mona Awad. And I know this book is super popular. I know it's about like women doing crime. Unhinged, crazy women, crime, hot. A scholarship student who prefers the company of her dark imagination to that of most people, Samantha Heather Mackey. Did you guys in middle school rename yourselves? Okay, in kindergarten, I actually renamed myself Book. I made my mom call me Book for 2 weeks when I was, how old are you in kindergarten? 6? I literally wouldn't respond to anything else. But in middle school, I wanted to be named Sam. I just love that name. Samantha is such a beautiful name. Samantha is utterly repelled by the rest of her graduate fiction writing cohort at New England's elite Warren University, a clique of unbearably saccharine yet sinister rich girls who call each other Bunny and seem to move and speak as one. But everything changes when Samantha receives an invitation to the Bunny's fabled smut salon. I kind of want to be invited to the smut salon, and finds herself inexplicably drawn to their front door, ditching her only friend Ava in the process. As Samantha plunges deeper and deeper into the Bunny's world and begins to take part in their monstrous experiments, the edges of reality begin to blur. Soon her friendships with Ava and the Bunnies will be brought into deadly collision. I have no idea if anyone dies in this book, but that would be crazy. This like seems kind of unhinged dark academia. I wonder if it's also sapphic. Okay, this is a good, I'm glad I chose this book. I feel like it will get me back into reading. So that's exciting. Okay, we're doing it. Jesus Christ. 10 hours is so long. Let's crack this baby open. The very beginning, like this cannot be spoilers. This is page 1. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Bunny. What did you do last night, Bunny? I hung out with you, Bunny. Remember, Bunny? This is giving like so Barbie movie vibes. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Oh my God. That's cute. Literally only read for 40 minutes, but I'm so tired. I got up to chapter 6 and decided to stop. I actually made a little laminated bookmark of the first physical arc that I received. I saved the shipping label and I use it as a bookmark now. It makes me so happy. I've decided that I don't think I want to be invited to the smut salon. She's talking about this dude from high school. He wasn't in lust, let alone love, with me, even though height-wise we were perfect for one another. Oh, she's Delulu like me. I love it. The bunnies consider Samantha to be their goth girl to their cottagecore aesthetic, it sounds like. Like, they describe her writing as dark, intense, sick, twisted. So she's never really gotten along with these girls, but she does indeed get the invite. And now she's feeling a taste of societal acceptance, or like peer acceptance, and she's coming in her pants for it. Oh yeah. Jonah, another guy in her class, it's so random, but he's described, he has a soup bowl haircut. So he has like a coconut head. Underneath his jacket, he's wearing a t-shirt featuring a kitten playing keyboards in outer space. And I feel like that could be totally Nyan Cat or just like a really gross, cringy millennial t-shirt. I can't decide which one it is, but I really would hope it's Nyan Cat. I read 45 pages tonight, but I'm going to stop tonight. It's literally only 10. I was super busy this weekend, so I think my body is just quite tired. Oh, I got to meet one of my favorite authors, Brian Washington. He wrote Memorial, and he also wrote Family Meal, which I literally don't shut up about. But he had a talk that I got to attend at this independent bookstore, and I've never gone to an artist talk or a book signing or anything, but I think I'm going to go out of my way to try and go to more of them because it was such a pleasant environment. So many people in the store enjoying the same piece of work that I also enjoyed. You got to have a literal conversation with your author when they sign your book. And I feel like we had like a parasocial interaction where I truly felt like he was listening to what I was saying when I was telling him all these things about how much his books mean to me. And then I actually got to like telling him about the physical arc that I got, all that long story stuff, because I wanted him to sign it. And he asked me like, oh, like how are you enjoying the creative process of making videos and stuff? And what a thoughtful question. I don't know, I just thought it was so sweet. He could have just brushed it off and been like, oh, so cool, but he like went out of his way to ask me a question back. Oh, that was so sweet. He was so nice. I just love so much. I know how much I love hearing about artists' creative processes. Like, I remember when I was on anime Twitter, I would literally go on fan fiction authors like Curious Cat and ask them about their writing process, like what their favorite scene was to write. Like, I love hearing about that. So I don't know why I didn't connect the fact that I would fucking love hearing about the writing process of traditionally published authors and like what goes into their process of not only writing the book but then editing it and tweaking it so that the editors are satisfied with how it will perform possibly in traditionally published spaces. And I got to hear a little bit about the books that he finds influential and his take on like being creative in a capitalistic society. Oh, it was so fun, you guys, and I really didn't expect to get so much out of it. Anyway, Bunny is already very I don't know, I can't, I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Good morning. I've been drinking my first cup of coffee and I'm doing something fun. So this seems so random, but I have an embroidery machine and I need to organize my thread. So I found, thankfully, my library literally had one copy left of their Bunny audiobook. So this is what we're gonna do this morning. And I left off on chapter 6. So that's a minute 41 into the audiobook. And I typically read at like 1.75.
I wake up with my face smashed into my satin mattress, rising from my own flesh.
Yay! Isn't that so satisfying? I'm gonna keep listening to Bunny right now, and then I'm trying to embroider my own like bookish sweater. So I'm gonna attempt to do that as I listen. The passage of time. I left the embroidered hoops at home. So I can't do that yet. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go eat dinner and take a shower. I've basically read 20 minutes of it, but to be honest, while I was organizing this, I literally was not paying attention. So I think I'm just gonna start over chapter 6 and try again, which stinks, but that's the plight of audiobook reading. Like, I feel like you don't fully grasp the text, but this is how I casually read most of the time. It is the end of this day. The key to reading more is simply sticking your phone in a Ziploc bag in the shower. You will read so much more. I've read 3 hours and 30 minutes. Chapter 6 was at 1 hour 40 minutes, so what, that's like 2, that's 1 hour, so a little less than 2 hours. And I cannot tell if I'm just too fucking stupid to understand this book. It is so weird. Like, I know the main character feels like it is a fever dream. I too feel like it's a fever dream. What is in this punch that these bunnies are giving Samantha? I'm on chapter 11 so far. So I've read 5-ish chapters. No spoilers for this book, but if you've read it already, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Literally, what is he doing at the party? Like, where did that man come from? What, who, how did they call him? Truly, if someone from my past showed up to my life, he actually said awful things, right? He told her all her negative characteristics makes her smell like old potatoes. I think I'm gonna start using that. I think that's the ultimate burn. Oh, I would simply just pass away. Like, he said so many bad things, but the old potatoes is just a devastating blow. What? I just read the end of chapter 11. Ew. What the fuck is this book? How, what's happening? What's happening? She needs to stop hanging out with these people immediately. I don't know if this is making my reading slump worse or better. Basically, I've got about 7.5 hours left in this challenge. What if I just pulled an all-nighter? No, I'm not gonna do that. It's only 8 o'clock. I'm not doing anything for the rest of the night, so I guess I'll just read. Ooh, do you hate that I read paperbacks? I don't bend the spine, but do go like that, especially given the floppiness of this one. It's quite... And then I also got in the mail, because I emailed them for it, Say You'll Be Mine by Nina Kumar. I loved this book. I thought it was so cute, and it's like a cool arc cover, so it's not out yet. It's out January 16th. I'm so happy that I have the physical copy. Okay. Ooh, my timer. This book is like so oddly erotic. She's trying to make things that are not erotic. This whole book is making me feel crazy. Beep. I'm back, freshly showered. It's like 11 o'clock the next day, and I've just been reading the audiobook as I've been driving around and stuff like that. I'm currently 63% of the way through, so I'm about 7.5 hours in. I just got to chapter 24, so I've read about this much in my audiobook today, which equated 3 hours or something. I could not fathom reading an audiobook at 1.0 speed. I still don't know how to feel about it because it is so fucking weird, for real, but I cannot stop reading it. I'm having a good time reading it, but not in the way that I'm invested and I like the characters. I'm more like, I need to finish this because I'm thoroughly confused. The tone is very sarcastic, and I feel like it's getting a little bit repetitive. And I say that even though I'm having a good time. Like, in chapter 19, her classmates prepare a space for Samantha. They're like, oh, here, Samantha, like, you try it now, right? They've lit the scented candles, an incense that seems muskier, spicier, more putrid than the vanilla sticks they usually burn. And then one of the bunnies goes, we asked Fern at the magical store what a good incense to burn if you're more of a bitch. They said that to her face. And she just takes it. Like, I sympathize with Samantha's back and forth internal monologue, but I'm also like, girl, how did you get so deep into this? This is bad. You're bad. This is bad. My thing is all skewed. So if I read about 3-ish hours on the audiobook, definitely it was less because I sped it up. But this is too much math. It's 11 o'clock. So just give it to me. I promise if I do this again, it'll be more accurate. But I'm just going to do 4 hours as if I read 6 hours. Because, I mean, technically 7.5 hours into the audiobook. So this would definitely go differently though if I was not allowed to read the audiobook. But this is my video, so I'm gonna do what I want. I feel like I could read this really fast, and I drank a big cup of coffee today. Can you tell? So I feel like I could just stay awake for longer. So let's just try it. Sleepover time. And then, oh my god, look. This is Baby Bear. My girlfriend got him for me, I think like a year or two after we started dating, because I caught this like infectious, disgusting disease from someone when I was volunteering at an ER, and I had to take my tonsils out, and she bought me this while I was sick. So he'll sit with us. People said it was like truly unhinged. They're correct. Indeed, unhinged. It does have cult mentality in it, but I feel like it doesn't go much more than surface level about it. You kind of see how alienation and ostracization or ostracification, being ostracized. That's not fun. But being ostracized from your community or your peers can lead you to do some very questionable things. I mean, I've read more than half. It doesn't explain much more than that, which is a little bit disappointing. I feel like there could be a lot more said, but I still am reading. Like, it's definitely not boring. Literally, this is me right now. What the fuck is this, please? This makes no sense. This is how I feel reading this. It's not surprising that I didn't see the ending coming, considering the entire book I was like, what is going on? But that is not what I expected to happen. How do I feel about it? How do I feel about it? Okay, first of all, I've read for an hour. It's like 12-ish. No, I truly believe it's like a solid 3 stars for me. Don't think you need to know anything about it. If anything, it will add to your reading experience if you know less. It's just so warped. They kill animals. I'll start off with that. So be wary. The reading experience is literally like walking in fog and not being able to get out. I think that's how I would like to describe it to you. If you've read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zeppelin, I can't remember. You know how they always refer to each other by their name, and that gets so annoying. Like, they do it so often that it's distracting. I don't know if that book did it on purpose, but this book does it on purpose. There's like a lot about like identity and use of Bunny as a name versus the real people's names versus Samantha versus Smacky. The names are very purposeful in this novel, but at the same time, it is so annoying. Like, I get it. I do. There's obviously a theme going on, but like, oh, stop. Really fucking weird. But I feel like it did help with my reading slump because now I want to read something that I understand more. It is the afternoon of the day I'm gonna finish this challenge. 1:30 right now. I've got my Christmas mug. Are you kidding me? He's quite an impractical handle. Like, you can barely, but for the vibes. My caffeine curfew is usually around noon, but I'm going to a hockey game tonight, so I think I need the caffeine in the afternoon. I've got an hour and 40 minutes left in the challenge because I spent like 2 hours at the dentist today. I got a chance to start Sign for Home on my Kindle, and I'm actually going to change the pop socket with you guys while we talk about what I'm reading. I honestly have no idea where I got them. Maybe it was on Amazon when I was buying my annotating supplies, but they're little pop socket shaped like flowers. So I think I'm going to do the pink and the green. I want one for my left hand and one for my right hand because you're in the market for getting a Kindle and you want to put a pop socket on it. You cannot stick it in the middle because it's truly just not an intuitive place for your fingers to go. So you have to put the pop socket like here. But then I want one right here too because sometimes I read with my left hand. Like that. Oh, like that's cute. Maybe, ooh, this one. I like this. While I was at the dentist, I was actually like, I typed in Bunny Mona Awad explained Reddit. Because I go on Goodreads to see if people like the book or how they felt. If I need an explanation of what the hell happened in a book, like, I'm gonna go to Reddit. Truly unfiltered discussion. After reading people's interpretations of Bunny, I just truly think I didn't understand it or I didn't read deeply enough. Not that people need to read deeply to enjoy literature or be a reader. It is cool to literally pick up a book, finish it, and then never think about it again. Some of my questions were answered, but a lot of them were still not even addressed by the author at the end of the novel, which I think is hard for me. Like, it's not even that I'm not okay with open-ended endings or like open to interpretation where the characters leave off. That's fine, and I think I understand that. But when you bring something up so many times, or if it's like a recurring theme in the book, for there not to be any resolution, the uncomfortable power dynamic between Samantha and the professor, just never talked about again. And I was like, okay, then what? Oh my god, they're not kidding around. I still stick by my rating of 3 stars, but I'm not gonna give the book away. I think it was written well enough, a little bit repetitive in my opinion, but when I got to the dentist, I pulled out my Kindle and I started reading Sign for Home because someone commented on a recent community post of mine that they saw the book in one of my library shopping videos and they decided to check it out and they really liked it. So that made me excited. I'm only 15% into it and I already really like it. The main character is so different. A blind deaf character that is dealing with his Jehovah Witness identity or family background and family trauma. I think it's gonna have so many interesting themes already. Like, one of the main characters is queer, and Arlo, our main character, who is very used to the Jehovah Witness community and thinks lots of things are very sinful, or he is trained to believe that a lot of natural human things are very sinful. I'm already really liking it. I think I'm literally just gonna sit here with my gingerbread cup of coffee, read the book for the next hour and 40 minutes. I think this is actually a romance too. Let's see. Arlo's chances of finding someone to love seem slim to none, and yet it happened once many years ago. A mysterious girl with onyx eyes and beautifully expressive hands which told him the most amazing stories, but tragedy struck and their love was lost forever, or so Arlo thought. And now it's like a second chance romance. Oh, I'm such a slut for second chance romances. If you have read Bunny, please let me know what you think. I bet this is gonna be way less sticky than the real pop socket. But it's so much cuter. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm so happy. They also teach you sign language in the book, which I think is really sweet. Like sign, best friends, and then they describe where you put your fingers and the motion in which your hand moves. It makes it so much more of an engaging read. I'm just gonna sit here and happily read Sign for Home. An hour and 40 minutes left. It's been a few hours and I've not read anything. I still have over an hour on this challenge, but if I force myself to read anymore, I'm gonna make my reading slump worse. And this is just a reminder that like reading is supposed to be fun. Booktube, Bookstagram, these reading challenges, they make reading feel like this hyper competitive space, whereas it's literally fun. We're having fun, you guys. So I'm just gonna stop. I didn't finish the challenge, but I do feel a little bit better about my reading slump. I finished one book off my physical TBR and I'm now reading Sign for Home, which is I think a book that I will end up really liking. So overall, it's a win-win. This is just a gentle reminder that you do not have to force yourself to read ever. Like, if you don't want to read, go do something else. I'm going to go enjoy my day doing something else that is not reading, but I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and I hope you stick around for the next video.